How's it going, guys? It's Poacher Said, and welcome back to another episode of the Europa Universalis 4 Dutch Return campaign, where we're continuing on, and I'm gonna, while we continue on with these two wars, one against Burgundy, finally hoping to destroy them, and Spain on the other side, I'm gonna continue talking about sort of what we talked about last two episodes, just like reverse culture shock and sort of readjusting to life in the United States again. In South Carolina, and I'm gonna build the Panama Canal as well, by the way. No big deal. One of the biggest feats of modern engineering. Just, yeah, whatever. Anyways, click of a button. But yeah, so last episode I was kind of talking about how, like, the hardest part for readjusting has really been not having too many people to relate to, and I think that it really is the big thing for me, is like the fact that I can't really talk about, oh, I forgot we built the Kiel Canal as well. The fact that I can't really talk to anyone who went through the study abroad experience in the same place as me during the same time. I don't have any of the friends I made while I was studying abroad here with me now. It sounds like they like died or something. No, they're just not. They're just, you know, in their places where they live. And there's not much I can do about that. And there's and it's just the way it is. But it is kind of sad to me. It's like, you know, there's all these like memories I have now. And I was describing this. I saw my sister and my dad and one of my uncles yesterday came up to visit me, actually, because they were passing through anyways. But it really is like, I was telling my sister this, and she was like, oh, you know, I didn't think about that before. That it really is almost like a lost chapter in my life. And I know that's like, it's like, oh, look at this pretentious dickbag. It's a little pretentious. But no, let me explain what I mean. While I was studying abroad in Spain, oh god, my girlfriend is calling me. Hold on one second, this might be urgent, so 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. It turns out it wasn't like urgent, but I am glad I talked to my girlfriend. She was talking about how I think she was just excited and wanted to tell me that she had gotten this position in the like organization she's a part of at her school. We do not go to the same school, but anyways, so that was cool. That was good that I talked to her. I think it was sort of awkward actually, because I was like, I'm recording, so I can't talk for long. And she was like, oh, I can call back. But I was like, no, I like made her tell me. And then when she told me, I didn't know what to like say, because she was just like real quick, like you know, I got this position at in the club there. and I was like, oh, I don't know if that means like she like wanted that or not. Like the way she said it was like, I was like, I'm not sure if that's good or bad. I was like, oh, that's cool though. And yeah, so anyways, we're back. I have no idea what I was just talking about before this. Stuff, I suppose. Let's see, what's going on? I don't know. I've just been talking about, I suppose, no, it was like a 10 or 15 minute call, so, I suppose I was just talking about, probably, more about, we're talking about what I had been talking about before, the whole, hard transition that I've had back. Actually, yeah, so that's what I was going to go into. I have been having a little bit of a more difficult time readjusting to life and back at Clemson. And part of it is, again, not having anyone to really talk to, not necessarily having, not being able to see the people that I had a lot of memories with. Oh no, you know what? That's right, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was gonna talk about. Yeah, I was gonna talk about the, I remembered now. I was going to talk about more specifically, the fact that the experience that I had sort of in Spain and in general there really does feel almost like it was like a different lifetime, you know? It was a different life because of the fact that I have no connection there now. I'm not grounded. It's not grounded. It doesn't have an anchor in my like sort of timeline of my life, you know? Because of the fact that it was so drastically different from anything else. No one that I knew from Clemson or from my life in general was there with me the whole time. and no one came back with me here from there. So it's like everything is completely separate. Like it takes a whole chunk of your life from there, put it there, and it sort of like is displaced in a way, which I don't know. I think it's interesting. It's not something I had expected to be one of the main problems for me to readjust. And at first it wasn't, but the more I thought about it, I was like, wow, like I feel disconnected from that memory in general, which makes me really sad. It makes me feel disconnected, yeah, from the experience, from the people that I met there. It makes me feel like it was like less significant, even though if anything it makes it more significant. So I don't know. That's one thing I've been sort of struggling with, honestly. But yeah, so that's certainly been a thing for me. And just in general, it's been a little difficult, a little more difficult than I even thought it would be, to readjust to being back at school in Clemson and back in classes where it's all Americans, or well, no, it was all Americans in the classes in Spain too. All mostly South Carolinians, all Clemson students, and all of it was in Spanish too. Like that's a big thing. Like I didn't even mention that. Like the language aspect. All of the classes that I took in Spain were taught in Spanish. So it's like, that kind of, changes the whole dynamic when you're speaking a different language. Not incredibly so. It's still a course in the end, but still, you can see, I'm assuming, how it would have some impact. But yeah, so just those differences that have really been sticking with me more than I expected they would. So yeah, I think we just want to take the 5 cheapest provinces and then as much money as we can get away with. There we go. Let's see. Oh, my battery is fully charged on my phone. Alright, I'm gonna have to keep checking the time too for this video because I got out of sync. I left the recording going for 15 minutes, so I was on the phone. I'm definitely going to have to edit that out. If I don't, please let me know in the comments so that I can like change that, and then the next person won't have to suffer that long. Oh, that's annoying. Coring distance does matter because we don't have the thing yet. Here, we're gonna get that soon enough, probably before that finishes actually. The core finishes. Anyways. Oh, but you know what? It's completely cut off, isn't it? Yeah, these are cut off completely. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for that. That's definitely the next one we're gonna take then. At least we know that. Made the decision easy. So yeah, that disconnected feeling. It feels like everything that happened in Spain, all of which was so many memories that are in experiences that were so different from anything I've ever experienced in my whole life. For one, like I'm just gonna name a couple examples, I guess. For one thing, I had never gotten any level of drunk before. I've never like gotten blackout drunk or anything along those lines. So I still haven't really gotten. I don't plan on doing it. But I had never drank any alcohol really at all before this. Any large amount. I never even had a buzz. Before going to Spain, because I'm not legal, and I do care about that legality. Just better safe than sorry, but so that is a thing for me. Oh crap! I just realized I put in some gum to chew while I was talking to my girlfriend, and now I still have it in, and it's gonna be making sounds. I'm sorry about that. I'll spit it out after this episode. I don't want to waste the taste though, the flavor. But yeah, that's annoying. But yeah, the alcohol, I don't think alcohol was the focus of any events I went to or any like times I was with friends there, so I don't think it's not like, I don't want to give out the impression that I was like a raging alcoholic, although some of my friends there would make fun of me and say like, oh, you're gonna be an alcoholic now. But like that, just going out for a drink with friends was something I'd never done before, and I was like, and doing it on my own for the first time with no one I knew really. Oh darn, that was a big jump for me. Going to a club, I had never been previously to any type of club. For one thing, clubs like I've never been to a club I've never been to a club in the U.S. either, because I don't think clubbing is as big of a thing in the U.S. At least not where I am from. Not in Columbia, South Carolina. Maybe if you're like from New York, maybe, but where I'm from, not really a huge thing. We don't have any cities big enough to really foster party districts. There are plenty of bars. There's plenty of, like, musical bars that have live music and bands and stuff, but there's not really like a club culture per se. So that was a thing that was quite a bit different. And I went out clubbing with friends quite a few times, and that was crazy different. I was like, wow, this is wild. And probably not for me is the other thing I learned. I was like, yeah, I don't think it's for me, but hey, it's fun to do once or twice. It's interesting. And so that was a thing that I had never done before, that I also, again, tried for the first time. What else? Because I don't know, those are just some examples, but those things, those experiences that I had for the first time, unfortunately, I am just going to have to, I don't really have anyone I can really relate them to. And like, my girlfriend is, like, super nice and awesome. She's like, you can always talk to me about that, and that's totally true. But at the same time, it's a little different from as compared to talking with people who went through those same experiences with me. That were around me then. It's a bit different, a good bit different. All right, let's start colonizing in interior Africa, I suppose. We got Makua integrated, which is pretty nice. Again, we have negative unrest, but we're not going to really be getting a huge benefit out of this area. Are there any states here that actually are in, like, this list? No, not really. I don't think so. Shire? It's probably like Shire. I don't know where that is though. Yeah, I'd probably rather just do like lower Yemen. I think that's going to be a lot more beneficial for us. Oh, hey, you... I definitely meant for you to come over here. This is like mountains, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, I certainly had a lot of, like, view-altering experiences in Spain that I don't necessarily have an ability to relate to other people here. So it's been difficult for me, and my schoolwork has sort of like suffered as a result. And one thing with that is that I'm supposed to do this this scholarship, and I'm on track, I think, to finish with extra time to spare, because it's not that difficult. But I really wish I had gotten started on it sooner, and now it's stressing me out, not because I don't think I have time to finish, but more like, I don't know if I'm going to have time to make this super good and have a ton of extra time around the edges to polish it up. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be fine, but it's just that stress, that sort of like it's the same feeling as when you procrastinate a school project, because it's a pretty similar situation. It's just not, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so that's the big thing, is like, that's been stressing me out this semester. Is like, I want to do this. Part of it is because it's been so hard for me to adjust. I've been focusing on schoolwork a lot more than I have had to proportionally in the past because of that difficulty. And I've also been and also the project is about promoting study abroad. And that's certainly, I think, going to be an easy thing for me to recommend for people. However, how to do that and how to really use my experience is what they really want us to do for this project. That's the difficult part. How do I really make my experience a part of this if I'm still having trouble like unpacking my own experience? If I'm having trouble unpacking that very experience. So that's kind of been what's interesting for me to struggle with. But again, I'm pretty sure I'm fine. At this point, I've just been a little stressing myself out more than I probably need to. And like when I talk to the person from from the study abroad department and everything, I told them this. I was like, I'm sorry that I've been not super on the ball. I've just been busy with schoolwork, which is not a lie, but I wasn't really saying the whole truth, which is like, I also am having trouble readjusting in general. I didn't want to say that though, but you know, so, but she was like, well, yeah, I was talking to her, she's really nice, and we've talked plenty. She actually helped me figure out where I was going before I went, which was awesome. You know, that's so cool that like she, and then when I got back the first time we met, it's been like 9 months since we had seen each other, and she immediately was like tell me everything about it, and that really helps. You know, that helped me unpack it. But yeah, so like she was like, here's the thing. You need to worry about like your schoolwork first, and that really helped me. I was like, okay, she's saying I need to do this, yeah. So that's right. And so I'm super thankful for that. But yeah, yeah, and then right right when I said that I was really thankful for that, it made me think of like Thanksgiving. This is completely random. I just was watching earlier today a Conan O'Brien clip on YouTube where he was having like a Thanksgiving dinner, and then that made me think. I'm tracing what my brain just went through, but went through a bunch of hoops right now. That then made me think of Spain and the fact that when I was in Spain, we had like Thanksgiving was while I was there, and they don't celebrate it in Spain, of course. So it made me chuckle at that, because I was like, that's the first time I ever have not celebrated Thanksgiving. So anyways, that's only tangentially related to Spain and all that. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to say. Well, Ottomans are a coalition, huh? I don't really know what to say beyond, yeah, like it was a... Why? This is stupid. I want to... Oh my god. Yeah, that's... It's been difficult for me to readjust. In fact, I actually, in the first like about like a month into the semester, I had been missing a lot of class in my morning class, my 9:30. I missed like 3 classes. We're only supposed to have 1. And after the 3rd one, I woke up late because I just had been like, my sleep schedule was still effed up, and I was like, I felt so guilty. I was like, what in the heck is wrong with me? Why am I doing this? And part of it, really was the whole readjustment thing. I just had trouble. I was having trouble readjusting. And my professor emailed me and was like, hey, do you need to like come talk in my office? And I was like, yeah, I definitely do, so I can explain myself. So I went to my professor's office, and she was like, this is for a different class than any other ones I've talked. I don't think I talked about this class before, but I was like, yeah, this is like, and I told her like I've been having trouble readjusting. I also have like family stuff going on, which I'm not going to talk about in this video. That's a little more personal, and it's not really as like high. It's not really it's nothing bad. Don't worry. It's just like change. But anyways, so I was like, yeah, like I'm really sorry. I don't have any excuse for myself. I have a reason, you know, this is a reason why I'm missing, but it's not a reasonable excuse, and I recognize that, and she was really understanding, and I haven't missed a class since then, but she was really understanding. She was like, I totally understand, and she's like, you know, we have different, the way she said it, I really liked it. She was like, you know, I understand we have different identities out of our school ones, out of our academia, or academic lives, you know, we have more than just that going on in our lives. So I understand, but you also need to come to class. But she was really, you know, she was really understanding though, and that really helped me. And I haven't missed a class. I haven't missed that class. I missed other ones, but like I still haven't gone over the limit in any other classes since then. So that was really, really helpful. It was awesome that she was willing to like work with me and, you know, give me some advice without being like, you fail automatically, you know. I don't think most professors are that bad, you know. But no. So that was something that really like helped me sort of get back in the groove a little bit. A kick in the butt. But yeah, no, it's been a little difficult, and yeah, by next week, I'm hoping to have that project done completely. Like I'm gonna, like, this weekend I'm gonna work on a lot, make sure it's ready to be like recorded. I'll put together next week, then I'm gonna get done with it by the end of this month, and then in the few days at the start of next month is when I sort of am roughly due to write like a write-up of what I did for the project for the scholarship, because they will like take back the money if you don't do the project. You just have to do it within the semester of returning, and so by the end of the semester I'm gonna have to do that. But it should be fine. It's just like a page or two describing what you've done. I don't even think they really check, like, but I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, like, so technically, like, you might be able to get away with just lying and saying you did something, but I would never do that. Like, first off, I'm a Boy Scout, and I'm like, you know, it's not what Boy Scouts do, but also just that's kind of shitty, you know. Excuse the language. Jeez, I think I cursed a few times more than normal in this video, but no, that's certainly been it's like pressing on my mind, but I think it's okay now. How long has this video been going? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end this video now. I think it has been actually around the right amount of time. I left the video recording and just muted it, so I'm gonna have to cut that out in post, you know, as we call it in the industry. No, I'm gonna have to cut that out in editing, but that's fine. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please go and leave a like and subscribe for more. We'll come back next episode and talk about maybe some other stuff. I don't know. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.